What is up, guys? Using A here, and it's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded the tutorial. 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, I've been enlightened with ideas. Ideas been coming to me left and right. This being one of them. These, I don't know what to call it. I'll just call it squiggly lines effect for now. But for squiggly lines effect, I'll go ahead and show you what it is before I forget. He just kind of spins around and boom, and then these lines kind of pop up and animate, and then they fade off with opacity fade simple. So for a lot of you guys, or for a lot of the more advanced editors, you probably already know how to do this, but for the newbies out there, this will be a treat. So what we're gonna want to do is make a new composition. So I'll make a new composition, squiggly lines comp. So here's our squiggly lines comp, and then I'm going to drag in my clip. So in my clip, I have this guy. He's on terminal. He pistols a guy, jumps off, does a 720, smacks a kid. So I'm going to start the clip off right here. Split the layer, cut it, and then let's drag all this back. So here's a raw clip. Nothing special, nothing fake. It's all raw. It's all raw. So what we're going to want to do is duplicate this layer, and then right click the top one and pre-compose it. Move all attributes into a new composition. I will call this S lines because I don't want to write out squiggly. So in S lines, we're going to double click on it, and we're going to add some find edges. So for our find edges, we're given this. It's a white base and then a bunch of random or not random lines, but the colors are random, and they're covering all the lines in the map or on our clip. So to narrow these colors down to 3, we're gonna do tritone and drag it on. So now we still have the whites. Our whites are being the highlights is our base, and we're given brown for our midtones and black for our shadows. So what we want to do is get rid of the base, the white. So I'm going to use a color that I usually use whenever I use find edges. It's green. It's a really bright green because it's just really easy to key out. And then for our midtones and shadows, you can pick whatever 2 colors you want. For my shadows, I'm going to pick white. And then for our midtones, I'm going to pick like a brightish orange like this. So now we have green, white, and orange. And to get rid of our green, we're going to use key light. Drag on key light. And then take our screen color, eye picker, and then hover over highlights, the green on highlights, and click. And then, as you see, it gets rid of our green. Now the black is just our composition. By default, it'll look black. That doesn't mean that the clip is actually going to be black when you see. See, it's not black. If we go to our composition and go to composition settings, change it, see it's white again, now it's red, but I'm going to keep it at black. So yeah, so now we have this. We can go back into our squiggly lines comp thingy, and let's go to, let's type in fast blur. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, fast blur. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our blurriness to 7. So our normal layer is completely fine. Our lines are just a little bit blurred. Now this still looks like poop. So what we're going to add on top of that is turbulent displace. Come on. Drag that here, and we're going to bring the size down to around 20-ish. Because at like 100 or whatever, it looks really wavy, it looks fake, it looks like there's another clip on it instead of an effect. So our size down to 20 makes it a little more subtle. And our amount, we're going to bring it up to around 80-ish. 70 to 80 is are the numbers that I like to use. And then we're going to go to our shot, actually. I'm going to start it off with our shot right here. So we're going to split the layer so it only pops up right when we shoot. And I'm going to make a couple keyframes. So our amount and our evolution. We're going to keyframe our amount at 80 and our evolution at 0, and we're going to go forward maybe 60 frames. I went over 60 frames. It's personal preference, I guess, but we're going to try 60 frames for now because it's been a while since I actually made this. I made this effect, then I made my echo, edit, and then I'm back making this tutorial, because when I'm in the zone making an edit, I'm in the zone. You can't like take me out to do something else, because when I come back, I'm out of the zone. So we're going to keyframe our amount down to 0, and we're going to keyframe our evolution to like 2. So what happens is, ooh, and then it's starting to like move around the lines. As you see, they're moving. And they gradually start to just stop. So also another thing we can do is press S on your keyboard with the S lines selected, and we're going to increase the scale to about 106. So it looks not like it's on the actual intervention itself, or not intervention, on the clip. I was looking at the intervention, sorry guys. It doesn't look like it's on the lines, it looks separate. So you can, it's up to you, I guess, but I did this for my little mess around thingy. Yeah, I did 106. You don't need to keyframe it. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll just get rid of that. And we're gonna bring in opacity, and we're gonna have it at around 60-ish. And it doesn't look too good now, but there's no color correction on. Keep that in mind. And then we're gonna go over 60 frames. I don't know how long. I think this is 60 frames. We're gonna bring our opacity to 0. Now, I guess we can bring in our color correction now. I'm just gonna copy and paste this color correction in, just so you guys can see. The lines look like they die off really quickly. That wasn't even 20 frames, and you can hardly notice them anymore. So I'm going to open up our opacity again, opacity keyframes, select one, and I'm going to go into our graph editor. And in our graph editor, I'm going to have it, while the first one is selected at 60, I'm going to ease it out. Just kind of drag this out a bit so it stays at a higher number for longer. So you can notice it now. And we are probably 30 frames in. Yeah, we're a little less than 30 frames in, but you can still kind of notice it. So that's also another thing that I like about it. And I'll disable our color correction. We're going to add some glow on top of that. Stylized glow all the way down here. You can add shine. I'm just going to use glow. And I forgot my settings that I used on this. I'm going to just take a peek real quick. Oh, that's my color correction. 1800 and 0.7. Okay, so those are mine. I don't really know how I feel about the glow radius at 100. It makes the lines look a little more blurred, which I guess can be good. I don't know. It depends. Depends what day of the week it is for me, I guess. But this is technically the effect that I showed you in the very beginning. Like basically the exact same thing. It looks a little different, which is why I'm a little confused, but it's probably because I didn't fade it out over 60. I faded it out over 30 instead of 60. That's probably why. But yeah, nonetheless, this was the tutorial. It was, I mean, you guys followed along. I mean, you guys can't fall asleep that quickly, so I know you guys had to follow along. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It was really short, really basic, and expect the next tutorial to be amazing. I'll actually show you guys a little preview. I was watching Obeys Infinite, and I saw this part. I muted the audio. I saw this part. He gets the quad headshot feed, and then this happens. There's a portal with the next clip, and he transitions into the next clip. And I already have the base out for you guys. Obviously, this is just kind of like a rough draft, but yeah. I was going to show you guys this today, actually, but my camera tracker didn't work. So, yeah, you're ready for that. I have no idea when I'm going to grow, like, man up, get the balls to do that tutorial, but hopefully it's soon, for your guys' sake. I know how to do it already, so, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this again. Probably the third time I said that. If you did, leave a comment and like. Spread the word, because I'm a 3.4K channel that gets around 400 views per video now, because I've been inactive for hella long. So yeah, this has been Using AE, and I'm out. Peace.